York Kelly Carpenter, is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, and sir, you're Stephen Jackson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Two of you have conferred with Ms. Andrus this morning. We'll soon be provided with court with a recommendation. I'm sorry, there it is. The recommendation of Ms. Andrus for the front of the court is that the referee recommended order be adopted but modified as follows. Mother shall have parenting time every Monday and Tuesday. Father shall have parenting time every Wednesday and Thursday. And the two of you will alternate weekends from Friday after school or 3 p.m. if there's no school until Sunday at 6 p.m. The father's weekend begins February 16th, which is Friday of this week after school. And the mother's weekend begins February 23rd, the following weekend. In addition, the parties shall have parenting time at such other times as the two of you can agree. If you reach an agreement on parenting time or holidays outside this order, then they should put that in writing via text or email. The party beginning parenting time shall be in charge of picking up the minor child. The mother shall claim the minor child as a dependent for tax purposes on odd years. Father shall claim the minor child as a dependent for tax purposes on even years. It's good that we address that now than at a later point in time. So thank you, Ms. Andrus, for covering that with the parties. So that is the recommendation, Mr. Jackson and Ms. Carpenter. So with the court adopting this, you would have joint physical. And actually, this court does not this court does not put out emphasis on joint physical. The reality is joint legal means you share equally any major decision concerning the welfare of your child, such as elective surgery, health. You need to share information. If he goes to the emergency room, you got to notify the other parent immediately. And you need to, if you cannot reach agreement on things like health and education and religion, then the court makes those decisions. And hopefully you can agree upon those. And joint physical means that that person makes the day-to-day decision. So whoever has parenting time, you decide what time your child's going to bed, what he has for dinner, things of that nature, day-to-day decisions. So if the court adopts this, you'll have joint physical, and specific parenting time, which is relatively equal, but not week on, week off. So, Ms. Carpenter, do you understand the recommendation this morning?
Yeah.
Do you have any objection to the court adopting this recommendation as an order of the court?
No.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, do you understand the recommendation?
Yes.
Do you have any objection to the court adopting the recommendation?
No, sir.
Of course, if circumstances change, either one of you can always petition the court to modify parenting time. As your child gets older and circumstances change, someone moves, you got different employment, you can't be there for the child, someone can always petition to modify parenting time. It's always subject to modification upon a change of circumstances. But the reality is, if you want your son to thrive and do well in life, you need to be on the same page. Communication is the key. It's really the key. There's enough challenges in life to make it good for each other and your son. And Ms. Carpenter, you are the mother of minor child Romeo. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you believe this agreement is in the best interest of your son at this point in time in his life?
I'm a little worried about it, but I'm hoping it will be good.
You're asking the court to adopt the recommendation, correct?
Yes.
All right. The court obviously will take from that. That's addressed the court to adopt the recommendation that you believe at this point in time in his life, it's in his best interest. Mr. Jackson, state your name for the record.
Stephen Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you're the father of the minor child Romeo. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you believe this recommendation is in the best interest of your son?
Yes, sir.
Do either of you have any questions for the court?
No.
The only question I have, would I have to go on my own and file a motion when it comes to my child support and everything like that, or is that an automatic change, or how does that work?
Well, it appears that a child support order was entered, $820 per month, effective January 1st, 2024. That order has been entered. So
no, right. They told me that it would change once I was able to get physical joint custody and everything was.
Ms. Anderson, I don't know if you can address that. I don't know the recommendation. I don't know if that was based upon. And looks like Mr. Jackson was only given 75 overnights.
Correct. That was based on the judgment of support.
Okay.
Overnights. So again, if parties are agreement, because again, today was only regarding the objection to the recommendation for custody and parenting time. So if they're agreement, I can put child support be referred to the front of the court. If not, he'll have to file a child support motion.
Okay. Do you have time to talk to them this morning and based on their incomes, maybe run it and see what difference it would make? Based
I can
on
do that.
overnights. It'll make a little bit of difference, Mr. Jackson, not a significant amount.
And then I also just had another child on the 14th. So I know that kind of factors in also.
Well, again, there's more involved. Maybe we should refer it then. Perhaps, Ms. Anderson, maybe we just add to your recommendation that the issue of child support can we possibly add that to this recommended order this morning? Might be perhaps the best way to address this. It appears that Ms. Anderson is frozen up. We'll wait for her to reappear so we can ask her that question. Yes, if we can put this in this order that the issue of child support is referred to front of the court, then we can eliminate having to file a motion. Ms. Andrus, is it possible we can squeeze in a sentence in here that the issue of child support be referred to front of the court?
I can do that, Your Honor.
Advised. Okay. All right. So we'll put this. We'll put a sentence in here, Mr. Jackson, Ms. Carpenter, that the issue of child support is referred to front of the court for investigation recommendation. You both get a copy of the written recommendation. If either of you has an objection, you got to file a written objection within 21 days. If you do not, it'll become an automatic order of the court. If either party objects to it, then it'll come back for his court to make a decision.
Okay.
But again, obviously you owe the $820 for the month of January, Mr. Carpenter, so you need to make that payment.
Yeah, no, they take everything out of my checks, and then I paid $855 at the end of January.
Okay. All right. Anything further from either one of you?
Nope.
Ms. Carpenter?
Well, now, is that just, are you trying to get all these days so that your child support can be changed? Is that what
This is about my son having me in his life. Just like,
life is using me?
this isn't an argument about money. This is about
No.
my son being around and everything like that.
All right. The court would like to assume that he's not doing this for ulterior motives, Ms. Carpenter. But the reality is yes, there'll be a slight modification, reduction because of the relatively equal overnights. And the court is hoping he's not doing this. And we'll see how active a father he is. Obviously, children are best served if they spend as much time with each parent as possible. And if Mr. Jackson is not exercising parenting time, he's leaving it with his mother or his girlfriend, and that's obviously basically to modify parenting time. So we'll get Mr. Jackson, we'll see how he does. If he's going to really invest in this child's life, hopefully he will. So the court's going to assume he's got the proper motive for doing this, and time will tell.
Yeah, no, I've always been a big part of my son's life, so this isn't something new or anything like that. I've always been a major part of my son's life. And
again, obviously, I don't know your work schedule, but obviously this parent time is for you. It's not for your girlfriend or your mother or your sister, Mr. Jackson. You need to be there.
No, right, exactly. And I assume the same for her.
Okay. All right. That will conclude hearing. You'll be emailed a copy of this order, and hopefully we can move forward in a positive fashion for your child's benefit. Obviously, you've always got to talk positively about the other parent in the presence of your child. That's real critical.
Mm-hmm.
Little things are important. Mr. Jackson, you should always make sure Romeo has a card for his mother on Mother's Day. Likewise, Ms. Carpenter should always make sure Romeo has a Father's Day card for his father on Father's Day. Those little things mean a lot to children. They really do.
Oh, yeah, no, we've always been good with doing stuff like that.
Okay, all right, that concludes the matter. We're going to add the language about the referral to the child support to the front of the court for recommendation. With that, I'll conclude the matter. You can all both zoom out. Have a good rest of the day.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That order shall be in your queue.